You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Still not all right. I get one all right in there. How is everybody doing? Welcome to GUFON Radio Stream. I'm your lovely host, Rich Giordano, on this June 19th, 2019. Oh my God, my voice. I don't know what's going to happen. La la la, la la la. Shooby-dooby-doo-wop. Can you imagine I go into a-da-da-wa-da-ba-da shooby-dooby-doo-wop. So 6/19/19 doesn't mean a thing. It's just numbers. It's got to mean something. I said the 21st will mean something. I know it will. Yeah, in a couple of days it'll be the first day of summer. I have a feeling something's going on with the YouTubes. Very strange. Yeah, very strange. I'm going to talk about what I like, what I dislike about the YouTubes and UFOlogy because it's really strange. Something's going on. Strike one. It's okay. We're still here. We didn't have to reset the whole system. It's amazing, right? 5 minutes in. Computer wasn't even throwing up caution. No fans are blowing. No hot. I had the computer off. It's warm already. Holy shnikey. It only took 5 minutes. Unbelievable. I hope you're still here. We're okay. That was early in the show. Not the earliest, We've had it to where no time passed. Imagine breaking that when it was fractions, like 0.8 of a second. Just enough time to get a shot off in the NBA. Oh, my God. Yeah, YouTube's is going to try to, they're really doing it. They are shutting people down when they're live. Like we've been getting shut down since January. Before then. Anyway, I want to open this up because I'm really thirsty. Nos. I automatically take over his body because it's me, see? Nos. It's because you look up in the sky, you see nos, and then you say, I'm thirsty. Nos. It's a Mexican grape drink. All right. Looked like I was running underneath this desk. Man, that was hot. Woo, that can smelled. Yep. That was some good nose. That'd be great if I just dropped dead on the show. Now that's a show. Then I come back, I look like a totally different person. Tonight, you'll poke your eye out. You'll take your eye out with the BB gun. I want a Red Ryder. Red Ryder multiple pump BB gun. You'll poke your eye out, kid. What a great freaking Christmas show. What was it? Christmas Story? That's one of the best ever. Tonight's show, I'm still not me, It's only been a couple of days. So I again came home, put something together quick. Starting Friday, things are going to be a lot smoother. But I saw something interesting about these Admiral Wilson files. So let's get into talking about those things, since we never did because of the weekend. Yeah, I wonder, because Grant Cameron was on Spaced Out Radio last night. I'm going to go over there and play it. I think I can play it on YouTube's. Let's check it out. I want to hear what he said. Because he was on Dave's show. And I don't know if he said anything. I know you guys were probably there, right? Is this it? Where is it, Dave? Come on. Oh, my God. Is this... Oh, here it is. 2 nights ago, was it? I can't remember. Now, Dave had wind of this months ago and kept quiet on it. And that's what he's talking about here. You can trust Dave with stuff. Believe me. He's not going to go running and telling everybody. Because if that was the case, there would be a lot more stories. There's so many things. Like, people, they just come out of nowhere and say, you can't say anything. But I've got something you're going to enjoy. And that happens a lot. And Dave seems to get in with people more than me. And obviously because he has guests on and I avoid that, which I shouldn't. I know. It's my fault. But he gets some scoops sometimes, man. And I find out about him late. I'm like, hey, why didn't you tell me about it? He goes, I couldn't. Oh, that's Richie from... It's Dave from Boston. It's all a boot. I've got a boot up my ass. Oh, that sounds like insult the comic dog. For me to poop on. Anyway, I'm going to play what Grant, because this story, Grant had it. He got the papers from somebody who was dying, I guess, and told, hey, hold on to this. And boy, oh boy, this is like disclosure type of stuff, right? Well, there's people out there calling this a fake. And I was looking on the UFO, what is it? UFO Digest, UFO Dog Watch. What is it? Hold on, let me find it. I'm going to take myself outside, beat myself silly. Hold on, now I can't find it. I had the file right here. I swear in my everything. Hold on, I'll find it. I was looking to buy a big TV. So let's get rid of that. It's got to be here. This is why I don't like me. All right, where is it? I might as well just give up. It's a link. I don't want to blow it off. It's a link. Capiche? Hold on. I may be zeroing in. Come on. Nope. I don't know where I put it. It can't be there. It could be here. Let's take a gander. So UFO Watchdog, if I don't find it, has a... oh, I know where I can get it. Hold on a second. I sent it to somebody. I'll just grab it off there. Zimbabwe. And of course, when I go there, right, it ain't there. He's not there. So now I got to type it in. Then I got to play hopscotch on the name. You want to go? You want to go there? You want to go there? Okay, I'm going to go there. Yeah, you want to get that message? Click on message. There it is. Here it is. All right. I've got also, we've got an imposter that is ridiculous. And, oh, you're going to hear some. You want to hear some? I'll tell you some after this. All right, here it is. I found it from UFO Watchdog. So UFO Watchdog says, I just got home from work and saw this post had exploded. It's still loading. It didn't take long for Richard Dolan's UFO leak of the century to come unraveled. Looks like Will Miller himself states the letter alleged to be written by him is fake. Dolan had the incredible gall to state the documents are real, deal with it. When the names Stephen Greer and Philip Corso are tied to anything, that's an automatic sign it is 100% garbage. And then they go on to say Dolan is an embarrassment to serious researchers and investigate. I don't think so. That's not right. Why? Because his hair's a mess? He's trying to Giorgio Tsoukalos thing? I don't think so. People were really ripping on him, and I don't understand it. Everybody gets bad information, and supposedly nobody knows if these are real or fake documents. Okay? Nobody knows. But there is a show, which I'm not going to name because this show I won't promote, had the guy saying Will Miller himself alleged it to be a fake. The letter alleged to be written by him is a fake. Now, here's what we have to look at. This is coming from people that are calling this a fake, coming from the Twitter brigade group. Okay, the young guns, they call them. And of course, these letters take away the steam, the fire of Unidentified and To the Stars Academy. So these people are the ones that had Will on, I guess. Will Miller himself. I don't know. I listened to it. It sounded like the guy stated the letter alleged to be written by him is a fake. And See, this group over there, they are infiltrating ufology. They're not real. I'm telling you. This, what is it? Frank Stetzer? Is that his name? Saltzer? And Chuntana? Well, is that her name? Chunt? They are not who they say they are. I am telling you, and I know somebody's going to be mad that I just said that, but I'm telling you, I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say. You don't want me to know anything? Don't tell me anything. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that way. But this isn't a big deal. This isn't something that's new. People have been wondering where they came from. I've talked about this before. I'm not saying anything that's going to go, create any stir. There's nothing special with what I'm saying. Except they're not who they say they are. Let me tell you why. Nah, I'm not going to tell you why. You know why? When I have all the information I need, I'll let you know. But I'm telling you, this Chunt Hannah girl, who names their kid Chunt? Chunt. I couldn't find anybody with that name. What is it? Chant. Chunt. Oh, yeah, because she's a C word. So you put the name. Oh, okay. You put it together, you get Chunt. Oh, my God. I thought that was a real name. That is hilarious. Pardon me. I didn't say the C word. I didn't say the C word. It was mixed in with her name. Chant. Rhymes with bunt. Chunt. That's her new name. We got to use it. I need a drink. And the reason Chunt is an easier target because she swings her tits around in front of all these ufology guys' face and puts on the charm with her fake straight teeth and her collagen lip injections. Would you like to come over and look at UFOs? I imagine her having a Russian accent. Would you like to come over to my... Oh, that's like Jaime. All right, Mexican. Would you like to come over? Like Marilyn Monroe, Mexican, Hispanic chick. That's what... Would you like to come look at my mountains, my Twin Peaks? I think you will like it. I was watching The Matrix Reloaded. I taped it from the other night. And the French guy, the Varamangi, whatever his name, he's holding the key maker hostage in a little dungeon. He had to make keys for all these back doors, right? So his wife knows that she's, or his girlfriend, I don't know, whatever, his mistress, he always screws around on her and always gets caught, obviously, because he doesn't give a shit. And she wanted Neo to kiss her to get the key maker, but not just an ordinary kiss in front of his girlfriend, Trinity, but she wanted a kiss that he would make believe she was Trinity, and she wanted to feel the love that she hasn't felt in a kiss in a long time. And she talked like this. She says, "Why so hostile for something so simple as a kiss?" Great frickin' flick. I love the Matrix realities. And I kind of feel like we're living in one. This is a bizarre... We've got so many weird people right now. So many weird things. A weird show. Grant Cameron, which I'm going to continue playing here. Now, what did I do with it? Oh, okay. He is like putting himself in the middle of this because he was holding on to him. I don't know. Let's hear what he says. Dave, I'm playing it. Where's the volume?
Grant, you pull out of this story. Why is that?
Okay, I'll spell out what actually happened. It all goes back to November of 2018. I'm at the Star Works USA conference, which is run by Paula Harris in Laughlin, Nevada. It's Monday morning. We're leaving the conference. It's been a very paranormal weekend. We had I'm into this port phenomena. There's just a tremendous story happened there. Very paranormal story involving about a dozen people, feathers, really bizarre story. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading for Tucson, Arizona. My friends Trish and Justin have allowed my assistant Destin and I to take care of their house in Tucson, Arizona at the bottom of a mountain. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. They're going on a cruise, and so they leave the conference early. They say we're going to cook dinner. When you get there, we're going to have dinner ready. So we make the arrangement. We're going to leave the hotel, the Aquarius Hotel, at 11 o'clock in the morning. And a guy by the name of James Rigney, who's now come forward, gets a vision in the middle of the night. And I'm big into these vision things because I've had my sort of enlightenment experiences. Middle of the night, he wakes up, and he's got this idea in his head that he has a document that he needs to show to Grant Cameron. So he contacts his wife. He lives in Australia. He contacts his wife, and he says to her, I need you to scan the document, and I need you to send it to me right now. So he contacts my assistant, Desta Barnaby, and I've left the hotel room at 10 o'clock. I am taking my luggage. I'm in the Arizona Tower. I'm heading over to the California Tower where the big parking lot is. And I'm coming through the casino, and there is no Wi-Fi. This is the key. There's no Wi-Fi on the main floor of the casino. I'm saying goodbye to Jan Hartson and my friend from California, Mark, and there's all these people, and I keep running into people, and I can't even get through the casino. And so, meanwhile, it's like 11 o'clock, and we're supposed to leave at 11 o'clock, and we have to leave at 11 o'clock because I don't want to pull into Tucson at midnight when these people have dinner ready. So the deal is we're leaving the hotel at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I get back, drop off my luggage. I get back to the front door of the Aquarius Hotel, and there's a bunch of people there, and Paula Harris comes down with a feather shirt. I won't get into that. She's got this feather top on, and this plays into this port thing, and I'm going, Paula, you got a feather shirt on. People couldn't believe all this weird stuff was happening. So I'm sitting there, and we're ready to go. And my assistant Desta comes up, and she's kind of upset. She says, I was trying to get a hold of you. We had a meeting set up with James in the restaurant at 11 o'clock, and where were you? And I said, well, I was on the main floor of the casino, and there's no internet coverage. And you know, if you're a Canadian, you turn your phone off in the United States. So my phone was turned off, and I wasn't picking up any internet, so they couldn't get a hold of me. So anyway, so we're sitting there, and we're getting ready to leave, and James comes up, and he says to me, I need to talk to you for a minute. I says, well, James, I actually don't have time to talk. We have to be in Tucson. We're leaving. Desta and I are leaving right away, and I got to go. And so he says to me, I need 10 minutes of your time. So I said, okay, whatever. So he pulls out this little iPad, and he gives me this iPad, and it's got a document on it. And it is this document that people are now discussing, this Eric Davis notes on...
You know, I feel bad I'm playing this. I didn't listen to it because but damn it, I want him to get to the point quickly. I feel so bad. Come on, man. All right, it's interesting, yes. Who doesn't do their UFO research at a casino? That's Arizona for you. I've been to meeting several people that want to go UFO hunting. Let's go meet at the casino. I'm like, why? Oh, it's like a halfway point. It's real easy to park. We can find our car easier. I'm like, yeah, we can go to Home Depot parking lot right over there. I don't like casino. A lot of shady people. You know what I mean? It's not Vegas, Rich. I'm like, all right, let's play it. All right. I know.
The Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Wilson
shot out of a cannon
conversation.
Tonight. I can't sit here silent.
And I look at this, and I read the first couple of paragraphs, and the first thing I notice is a name on the document, and that is Oak Shannon.
Good God, Bart L. said it. Thank you for saying that. That is so freaking true. Who's going to talk about the bird on a shirt, walking through, seeing a bathroom? I mean, there was like 14 stitches on a flower shirt. You know, I mean, it's like, who cares? Right, very good point. Trying to make it more credible than he needs to, because that's what liars do. See, that's what I don't like about this. I mean, he may have had this. That's the way Grant Cameron is, though, if you know Grant Cameron when he talks. Everything is like a minute detail.
Now, most people...
Which I kind of admire, but come on.
UFO community until the last couple of days don't know who
Come
Oak
on.
Shannon was. I knew who Oak Shannon was because...
Who cares if you knew Oak Shannon? Oak.
I've been in contact with the LBRY for a number of years. I've interacted with these guys a little bit here, a little bit there.
Who cares?
And about 15 years ago, Eric Davis gave me a document from the Advanced Physics Theoretical Working Group. This is the group that John Alexander had run. I'm the one that broke the name. Before then, it was called the UFO Working Group. John Alexander called it the Advanced Physics Theoretical Working Group, so nobody could get it through an FOIA.
Get to the point.
And I was given Oak Shannon's notes from the meeting. So I knew who Oak Shannon was. I really didn't know, what his connection was. I just knew that he had some connection to UFOs. He was one of these special access people that John Alexander had brought in. And I knew he knew Eric Davis. So when I start to read this document, I see Oak Shannon's name on there, and I suddenly realize there's something very significant about this document. And I read it, and as I was reading along, I was just absolutely shocked. And he was sitting there, and he in his statement, he's actually mentioned this. I said to him, I just looked over and I said, "Where the hell did you get this?" And then he started to tell me the story of where he got it. And I'll leave that for a minute. But anyway, so he tells me where it's got, and I'm reading this document. And then I said, "Can you give me a copy of this?" And he was kind of sensitive because he knew this was a sensitive document. And he said, "Well, I'm kind of afraid to send it in email and all this kind of stuff." And then he left. And I remember he left to go do something or whatever. And I had this iPad. And I'm thinking, well, should I get my camera out? Should I try to photograph this thing? Because I didn't know I was going to get it. And the thing that'll surprise a lot of people is I've never really read the document. I only read basically what I read in the front of the Aquarius Hotel. I read about the first page, glanced over part of the second page, and I realized, and he came back and I said, "James, this is the most significant thing I have ever seen in my life." And at that point, he still hadn't agreed to give me the document, but he said, "Well, we'll see about how to get you the document," or stuff like that. And when he told me where it was, he had said it came from Edgar Mitchell's collection. That Edgar Mitchell had died, and there's this story that we're still going to protect. That there's a couple of people involved.
Yeah, let me say something. Edgar Mitchell, forget he was an astronaut. That guy reminds me of Philip Corso. Can't believe anything that comes out of that guy's mouth either. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Edgar Mitchell. He looks like a liar, talks like a liar, and to me, that spells it out. L-Y-A-R, liar. I mean, do we have to get obvious? I want to show you something real quick before I go on any further. Remember when the guy, I was showing you a video of the guy who was doing the Mars thing, and you see a little picture of him in the corner? Look what I can do. There I am. I did a test, and I'm in the little tiny corner. It works, thanks to Rick Cianci. So there I am. I can get it working, but there were some technical things I got to work through. Very cool. Did you see me? Like right now, all you'd see is just me. It gets rid of the background. I'm like a floating dude, man. I can make myself big, small, put in backgrounds. It looks like I'm on Mars. It looks like, I could be anywhere almost. I'm very excited. Can't wait to show you. Friday. Maybe tomorrow. No, Friday. All right, I'm going to get back to this. Now it's funny because Grant Cameron goes into detail because it's relevant. I don't know that he had to tell us how long he's been with the LBRY group or whatever he called it and give us a brief history on how it changed names 3 times. But other than that, I digest. All right, I'm going to jump forward a little bit. I don't know what's going on. So
I needed to go to people to find out what am I going to do with this thing. I had
what
I'd always been waited for, but I didn't know what to do because I knew all these guys. And it was sort of like you're either going to go and sort of out all these guys or cut their throat.
Oh, yeah, he just said that this was the most important thing that he's ever seen. I mean, he thinks that this was going to bring disclosure in his mind. Why do people always think that? And we see these so many times, these documents that show up people get skeptical. They look for the little flaws in the letter, and and then next thing you know, it's split down the middle, and it's just another document that's going to get pushed aside eventually, and we're all going to forget about it. We'll remember talking about it, and then you'll get this. Yeah, but it was fake. No, that was real. It was a real document. The document may be real, the actual paper it's on, but the letters and ink that it came from and created words and paragraphs and sentences probably isn't. I looked at it, and when I saw it, I said to myself, there's something wrong with it. I'm not a document expert, but I've seen hundreds and hundreds of documents that were legit. And this one kind of looked, from what I remember, it looked like somebody made it to me. And it looked like they just wrote words randomly. It was very strange. Like, there's something about it that rubs me the wrong way. But I'm probably wrong. I always look, for the faults in things, because, we should in this field, of course. But Grant, he had a bind right here. He knows a lot of people. He's got these documents. He's probably shaking like, oh my God, can I die from these? I don't know.
Or you're going to pretend you didn't see it. And so I always say to people, if you had the document, what would you do? Would you pretend you didn't see it? Would you destroy it? And so I had this document. I really didn't know what to do with it. That's when I contacted Michael Hall. And I said, Michael, I got a problem here. I contacted them beginning of January. And I said, I got this document, and I showed him the document. And I think it was at that point or just before, that's when James sent me the second document. And the second document is the 10 or 11-page alien autopsy document, which involves Kit Green, the discussions going on inside NIDS, this memo that's written to Bob Bigelow about the alien autopsy being real, and Kit Green's comments and stuff like that. Then I really started to panic, and I was going like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? I mean, I've got these two documents. And so I talked to Michael, and Michael said to me, do you know the document is for real? Do you 100% for a fact know this document's for real? And then I said, no, I don't. I'm like 99% sure. There's all the things in the document, plus this Oak Shannon name indicated that, yeah, this is a real document, but I wasn't 100% sure.
99% sure. But yet he sounds awfully worried about that 0.01%. That shows you the level of doubt we have in this field when it comes to anything evidence, right? Forget about it. All right, I'm here now. Shut off, prick.
So then what he said was, well, things could happen. They could make a move or whatever, and I'll defend you. I'll protect you and all this sort of stuff, either in Canada or the United States. And so what I said was, I went to Desta Barnaby, my assistant, and at that point, we're still going to do the book. I was still going to drop it. And I gave Desta the documents, and I said, we got a black felt marker. And she said, yeah. And I said, okay, we got to sanitize these documents. I need you to take every name out of these documents. And that's the way I figured I was going to handle it. I would take the documents, I would drop the documents without the names in them. And then it was the plausible deniability. Because I've learned over the number of years, I've watched how the government does it, and it's all this plausible deniability thing.
Grant, I'm going to get you to hold.
Wait, I'm confused. Why would he do that? That's kind of weird. That's a little shady. Why would you take the names out? I guess he'll tell us here after the commercial break. Let's take a listen.
Leak these documents.
No.
Welcome back. Leak these documents. And we're making that 1 a.m. Eastern time, so we're going to get right to it. Grant, thank you so much for being here. There's a lot of rumors going around that when you went silent, Grant, that you were being shut up, that you were being silenced by people. Were you threatened in any way for holding on to or threatening to leak these documents?
No, I've never been threatened. I always say that. I've never been threatened, and I've never had a whistleblower come to me with classified material. Never, ever. I did hear a couple months ago that Ron Pandolfi had heard that I had documents. He was asking a friend of mine, do you know what Grant's got? And then I realized the walls were closing in on me. So I did have that.
So how did that guy know? that he had documents. If Grant didn't say anything to anybody, because you know why? Because Grant told somebody. Or the other guy did. I gave them to Grant. You what? I gave him to Grant Cameron. Grant Cameron has the documents. Okay. And it's like John Wick. They put the call in. $7 million. Right? Excommunicado. But it didn't happen. It's interesting, though, to hear his side of the story. So let's continue right away.
But there was no direct threats, no.
Now, when you have these type of documents in your hand, and you are now you released today a second set of documents with Robert Bigelow sending a letter to Edgar Mitchell. What's the significance of this part 2?
Well, I should point out the first documents I didn't drop, although they wouldn't have dropped without me. What I had done is I had mentioned I had Desta with the black felt marker, and she took all the names out, and we were going to put it in the document in the book. And at that point, I still couldn't sleep. I mean, I couldn't figure out. It was all sort of going downhill. Then my book lost its formatting, it lost its editing, or it's lost all the footnotes. And it was sort of like, oh, it was a bad sign. So
it's always
I sort of pulled
something.
the book, and then it started to sort of spiral out of control where I couldn't control the story anymore, where I wasn't going to release the book. It was going to be a long time till I released the book. And yet Michael was talking about me on air, and a bunch of people were talking. And I realized, like, wow, man, I got to get out of this. So that's why I said, okay.
We are in the shittiest of shittiest groups, aren't we? This ufology world we live in. People just don't know how to shut up, and they don't know how to tell the truth. It's so annoying. Like, you can't keep a secret. If you don't want anybody to know, and I learned this right away, don't say it to anybody. Now, if you want people to know, tell anybody. I mean, you know what I mean? That's how it is. And I can't understand. Well, I understand it. Because people want to be the first. They want to be the first to out you or out the information. There's something about being first. And nobody remembers second place, that's for sure. So when you're the first and you could break something, that's why I tell people never, ever let anybody borrow your stuff. Not even a camera, not even a tape. If somebody says, send me your video, don't send a copy. No, send me the original. If they say, send me the original, and I've done this. I sent it to Jose Escamilla, the biggest dick in ufology. He's dead now, but dick. Yeah. He's a dick. He's the guy who did the rods, not the Roswell rods. The rods, the flying bugs up close to a camera or whatever. No such thing as rods. Give me a break. Anyway, I sent video to him because he said he was going to make this movie, which he eventually did, and never got him back. That wasn't anything major, but it was still mine, and he stole it, and I paid frickin' first-class mail or FedEx to get it to him overnight. Anyway, back to the story. Let's go here.
I'm pulling out of this. I'm not going to drop the documents. I went back to James. I said, James, I'm not dropping the documents. This is your problem. You've got these documents. You've got anonymity. We showed him how to send the documents to people to protect his anonymity. And he never really did figure out what I was talking about in terms of the fact that he should send it to people who weren't compromised, people who didn't know the players. He was suggesting to send it to Richard Dolan. I said, well, you can't send it to Richard. He's in the same position as me. He knows these people. It's not like you're going to go and turn your friends in. So that's where it sort of got kind of ugly. And that's when I said, okay, I'm pulling the book and I'm going to pull out of this thing. But I was still talking to a lot of people, and I was still into open. Like if Michael Hall had gone open with the documents, I wouldn't have had any objection. It was sort of like, I'm not here to cover up the documents. I'm not telling anybody to withhold the documents. And then I made a point that everybody I talked to, and I talked to a lot of people, I tried to get a hold of Danny Sheehan. I tried to get a lot of advice from people because I couldn't sleep. I didn't know what to do. And I talked to a number of people, and then I talked to one particular group of people. And that's when I told them this position where I couldn't drop these documents and stuff. And basically, I was sort of told, we'll take it from here. And then it happened in April. Everybody's talking about the document this week. The document actually dropped in the beginning of April onto Reddit.
Onto Reddit.
And, yeah. And nothing happened. So I got a phone call the first night from one of the young guns. And they said, and I had talked to James. And I had talked to James before, and he said this document is dropped on the internet. And I said, well, how many pages is the document? He said, oh, it's Danny Silva's got it. It's got 15 pages. I said, oh, yeah, it sounds familiar. And so I knew the document had been dropped. And I said, well, I started talking to him about it. And then it sort of died out, and nothing happened. And nothing happened until Richard picked up.
Well, why didn't Grant Cameron start off telling us that? Yeah, I guess he was starting from scratch, but I would have liked to have known about that before this got started. It would have put a whole different perspective on the way I looked at the story being told. It's weird.
Up the thing. In fact, the second document I put out...
the fact that these documents were dropped on Reddit and nobody cared, doesn't that tell you something? God, that speaks volumes to me. How could nothing have happened if these are, in his opinion, in his little eyes, his speedy ball eyes, that these are disclosure type documents, which, they say a bunch of things. I get it. But man alive, I don't know, man. This sounds like... I don't know. We'll talk after.
When Lou Elizondo came forward and said he started to leak, and this is the whole deal. Are they really upset about this leak? I don't think so, because Lou Elizondo had gone out and said, oh, we've got crash saucer material. And then Eric Davis had come out right after that and said, I just want to let you know 1,000% for sure that what Lou Elizondo is saying is true. And so I sent it around to all the people I talked to about the document, and it was that night that the second document got dropped, the alien autopsy document, which is a document that nobody's really talking about.
Oh my God, that's right. We got to talk about the alien autopsy. The Santilli, remember the one in the 90s that was on Fox and said this is a recreation of the Roswell alien, supposedly real. Then we found out it was fake, and Ray Santilli said he was paid, what, $100 grand to make it. And now Linda Moulton Howe is saying that he was paid to say it was fake.
This is a document which involves...
Well, we'll get back to that in a jiffy.
A memo sent to Bob Bigelow, and what was happening is NIDS was having...
Bigelow. There he is. There he is, Mr. Sticky Fingers. He's got to get in on it. Everything goes through Bigelow. It's true. Think about it. Think about it. He's got his hands in all of it. He does.
A bunch of different...
Any reports that come in from pilots, commercial pilots, go through him. All right, forget it.
They would take up a bunch of different topics. For example, I was involved in one where they were asking me questions about the Holloman Air Force Base story, because I had worked on it extensively. And they were asking me, what do you know about it? And they were feeling around to different people. And you could see they're trying to do a report. NIDS had decided, let's see what's any truth to this. And so I guess what they'd done is the alien autopsy, they had picked it up, and they had all these people on the board, like Kit Green, Hal Puthoff, Mitchell, Jacques Allais would be there from time to time, George Knapp, all these people, and they would sort of try to go over different subjects. And so I guess the alien autopsy had come up in 2001, 2002, and they had sort of put this research together and put it in this 11-page or 10-page document, whatever. So that document was James had sent to me, and that one's I believe the same person dropped the second document as well. So then when Richard picked it up, then it sort of went viral. Then Richard...
That's when I picked it up.
I'd already known before then, because I got a phone call from James Rigney early this year, and he said, "Did you give the document to Richard Dolan?" And I go, "No, I didn't give it to Richard Dolan." And he said, "Well, he's on Jimmy Church talking about the document." I said, "He is?" And I'm going like, what the hell happened? I didn't give the document to anybody. So I went on, and actually here's Richard on Church in December of last year talking about the document. And it's like, he's seen the document. They showed him the document. And then I'm thinking, well, then I started to feel better. It's like, well, they're floating this document. They're showing it to people, and now Richard's...
Why? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. Those documents, if they came out and were on Jimmy Church's show in December of 2018, Grant Cameron thought they were on Reddit in April of 2019. So these documents have been sitting around out and about for 7 months. Then they got a little more out there. Look at this shit. There's something wrong with these documents. Why are people not climbing on board like they should? It was on Jimmy Church's show, then it died. Then they were re-released on Reddit, or released the first time publicly on Reddit in April this year. Nothing. Nobody gave a shnikey about it. I don't even know. I mean, I didn't even hear anything about it. Not that I should. But I'm just saying, I read a lot of stuff. So now what they've done is, instead of just posting it as a blog or in a forum, they're going on the bigger shows. That's what happened. And Dolan started it. Then after that, it was again Jimmy Church. Then it was on the other show with the Twitter gang. Then it went over to Dave Scott with Grant Cameron now a week later. Dave should have had the first dibs on this anyway. He's the one who introduced... never mind. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter. But I think now that I'm hearing the story, and Dave probably is hearing the story for the first time, maybe, I don't know. But a lot of things are starting to make a little bit more sense. This is for people not to climb on board of these documents and take them for a ride back in April, tells me that there's something fishy looking. Maybe it was the way it was presented. I don't know. But it didn't get any legs at all. Very strange. This was actually forced onto us. That's how I feel. They forced this down our throats to say, look at this document. Look at that. That's what happened. If Michael Hall, the lawyer, paranormal lawyer, distributed these documents to everybody per Grant Cameron. I'm not sure if that's true even. I think it is.
Even come forward in his last write-up and said there was another person that came to him and said that he'd been shown the document. So this is a document, this Wilson document is a document that they floated around. They've shown it to different researchers. And Richard had seen 2 pages of the 15-page document. And he won't say who he got it, who showed it to him, but he had seen the document. And that's why he was so interested and started to, go to, Kit Green, Hal Puthoff, and ask all these questions about this document. So when the documents were dropped, then Richard picked it up. And then you started to get all these conspiracy theories starting about, this thing's hoaxed. And I was just waiting for them to come up with Hillary Clinton. I mean, it was like, well, Hillary Clinton did this, or Richard Doty did this. I mean, it was just getting crazy. People were starting to make up all this stuff. And you could tell it was just people who had no idea what they're talking about. And Richard had come to me a number of times and said, I need to talk to you. When the document was first sent to him, I believe the people who dropped it on...
But Grant said himself, he's not 100% sure these are 100% real. So why does he even get a little bit upset when other people who, barely even seen the documents, just found out about them, looked at them? I know they don't know the whole story, but there is something weird about them. I don't know if, like what Coral said, maybe it was the font used. Maybe to me it looked like it was super clean. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, the paper was really clear. Like, there was no little fibers in it. It's just a weird looking thing, at least from what I saw. It looked digitally imposed on digital paper. It didn't look like a real document. It is. I know it is. I'm just telling you, something's wrong. Something's a tad askew.
On the internet also sent it to him. And so
we can't sit here for 30 freaking minutes and keep doing this, man.
And the answer was, yes, we have at least one that I know of. And Richard said, well, how do you know that for sure? And they said, because the source is impeccable. Well, that's the second document. It says that the alien autopsy thing is for real. And Kit Green, 3 times in that document, says he tells about 3 different briefings that he was given.
Let's go back. Let's listen to this. I got to hear this before I talk about it.
All my highly sensitive material. And the day after I die, all the material, all my 10 or 12 subjects that I guarantee you I'll find some really dramatic stuff in Stanton Friedman's documents, and I will release that as well. So that's the problem, is that the UFO people make deals. You make deals with people. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm secret to that. It's your friends telling you stories, and everybody goes through their whole UFO career gathering all these stories, like collecting stamps, and they never release it. And then when they die, this is what happens. If you can get the material out. So that's why I made the deal with Michael Hall. He has the disclosure trust. So I have given him all my highly sensitive material, and the day after I die, all the material will be released onto the internet.
Grant, with the Edgar Mitchell files that you have, are you planning on releasing, that are out there then? Is there any smoking gun out there that confirms the entire UFO aspect that the government is secretly working on bringing this to disclosure?
Well, not the disclosure part, but I mean, if you take a look at the Wilson thing, it basically confirms. That's one of the things that really got me upset when I saw it. I said, okay, I'm going to move this thing, was because it says, yeah, MJ-12 is for real. And I remember I've been promoting MJ-12 since 1991, and I've said MJ-12 is for real. It's the real deal, because in 1987, I think it was 87, there was an interview done with it was 83. It was done with Steinman and Dr. Eric Walker, who we chased around for a number of years. And that point, we asked Walker about the MJ-12 document. He says, I've known of them for 40 years.
No, we knew they were real.
It was 40 years. I've known of them for 40 years. Leave it alone. There's nothing you can do. You're up against the windmills. So I knew right from the word go that MJ-12 was for real. So when I saw in this document that MJ-12 was for real, I was just furious. It was like, these documents are 20 years old. They are never going to tell anybody anything. These things would never be released. And I was just furious that we had been sort of dragged over the coals about MJ-12, and these guys didn't come to our defense and say this is for real or help us or whatever. So the first document basically says, yeah, Roswell's real, MJ-12's real. This is this
Here we go.
with Wilson. And the second document basically says we have a body. And that is why when we were going to originally release Beyond Managing Magic, on the back cover I was going to say, do you wonder why Bob Bigelow was able to go on 60 Minutes and say absolutely for sure he knows for a fact there are ETs here. And Richard talks about the same thing in this church interview, where he's asked, asks one of these Avery people, do we have any bodies? And the answer was, yes, we have at least one that I know of. And Richard said, well, how do you know that for sure? And they said, because the source is impeccable. Well, that's the second document. It says that the alien autopsy thing is for real. And Kit Green, 3 times in that document, says he tells about 3 different briefings that he was given. And he describes the body. He describes almost everything about the body. And
all right. That autopsy video that Ray Santilli gave to Fox back in the mid-90s, late 90s. I think it was 97, right? Whatever it is, that is unbelievably fake in every way. First of all, they had color film back then. You mean to tell me, this is what we're starting with, they're going to film an alien from another planet, do an autopsy in black and white, blurry? Every time they got close to the body, it got blurry. Okay? They explained the parts that they used of food, chicken hearts, pig heart, whatever it was, a liver, whatever it was. And it looked like it. They were just pulling out pieces. That when they were pulling out body parts, it didn't look like they were internal organs. It just looked like mashed up meat. I'm surprised they didn't pull out a string of sausages. I swear that was coming out the butt. Wouldn't that have been great? Holy crap, they keep pulling it and pull. They keep pulling it and pulling it. The head goes in. Also, I already said they would have used color. It's just an awful, awful, awful autopsy of an alien. Oh, well, they had a rush to do it. Back then, they just grabbed whatever camera they could. Come on, give me a break. They would have had all that stuff ready to go. If they heard 24 hours later, if they had an alien doing an autopsy, come on. And they would have definitely showed the people involved. No? All right, maybe they wouldn't have. I don't know. That was a bullshit video. That was so fake. And that's what bothers me a little bit about Grant Cameron sometimes. Now, he's just going by what somebody else told him, but he actually seems to believe, because it's in a document, that the Ray Santilli video that we all saw as a nation, as a world, on the internet now, was real. Wow. Let's pull it up. Oh, let's listen to the rest of this, then we'll pull it up.
Nobody wants to believe him, and he says, how many times do I have to tell you? It's for real. And Kit Green is the impeccable source. Kit Green is a very high-level, respectable guy. And Dolan
yeah, he wouldn't lie. No. People are very truthful, always. Just because, God save the Queen.
Has gone to him, and now what he has said, I guess he's no choice.
I give up
but
with
what
him.
He responded to Richard Dolan was that the government lied to me. He's not denying the document isn't real. He's just saying the government lied to me. The alien autopsy is still a fake. They lied to me. They didn't tell me the truth. So, but he was sort of caught off guard. Richard, is the day after the document leaked, Richard had known him. He talked to him before, immediately contacted him. So we have these two documents. You have the one that says MJ-12's for real, Roswell's for real, and the other one says that we have at least one alien body.
Eric Davis has been very, very silent on this since this first leak came out. I know we've tried reaching out to him. I know a number of other people have tried reaching out to him. Has anybody that you know talked to Eric Davis about this coming out, and has he confirmed to you or other sources that this is real?
Well, Richard Dolan has an official statement from Hal Puthoff, which I think he made public on the weekend, and that was he uses the word we, have no comment, and talks about security clearances because we hold security clearances and that sort of thing. But the no comment is basically a confirmation. I mean, if it wasn't real, they would say this document is not real, that none of this happened. And it's basically I guess, defining that he and Eric Davis have no comment. They're not going to comment on what's in it because of classified material. And the key to that whole thing is, and that may be thrown in my direction and everybody else's direction, about the fact that, this is classified material, this is, we're a threat to national security. And you got to keep in mind, number one, this is a hooker move. I mean, this stuff was given to Bob Bigelow. This is not stuff that they were reporting. This stuff was going to NIDS, and Bigelow had paid people as advisors to come in and give stuff. So this was sold. And Bob Bigelow in 2001 or whenever these documents were, did not have a security clearance. He did not have a need to know. And as I said, the alien autopsy document was dropped the same night that I made public to all these people that I had been talking to, the fact that Eric Davis had said, yeah, Lou Elizondo's 1,000% true about the fact that we've got crashed saucers. Eric Davis has in the past said that we have cross-saucer material and that it's not kept at Area 51. Hal Puthoff went on Coast to Coast and said there is a cross-saucer document that is legitimate. So, I mean, if there's anything that's classified, it's got to be classified that we have cross-saucer material. So to say now that this is classified and we can't really talk about it doesn't make any sense, because it shouldn't have been talked about Bob Bigelow, and people shouldn't have been talking about this stuff on Fox News and on Coast to Coast, and they shouldn't have been leaking this stuff to other researchers. I think Richard Dolan said he saw this document, 2 pages of the 15-page document, in 2006. So they were floating the document. They can talk all they want about national security and classified material now. That wasn't going on in the past.
So if the document had been shown in 2006, why is it so relevant, so many people calling this the UFO document of the century?
Well, I think Richard is one that coined the term, but Richard, because it confirmed what he had seen, I guess. I knew Richard had seen something. I thought he had seen something similar to the document, but now he's saying he saw the first 2 pages of the document. So when Richard saw, because that's what Jimmy Church's question was, Richard, have you ever seen anything that sort of like you went, oh my goodness, and just blew you away? And that's when Richard said, well, yeah, I kind of saw a document one time, and it sort of like took my breath away. It was like the same thing with me. When I saw it, I went, oh, it's like checkmate. It's over. I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was like, oh, this is it. I mean, and Richard, I had a conversation with Richard, I think it was on Friday, and I agree with Richard. This ain't going away.
So we don't have any proof at all that these are real, just hearsay. Like PBR in the chat room said minutes ago. It's a 4-way hearsay. He said, he said, he said, he said. I said. You know? So the documents still aren't proven real. I'm going to hold out and say they probably are real. I don't know. I don't know if they're fake. I think they're fishy. But I'm not an expert. But I mean, Grant Cameron's not always right. Dolan is not always right. And Dolan kind of wants to get back into the limelight. Not that he's not relevant. His show does well. But he's been out of the limelight for a while. Like, he hasn't broken anything in big, no big book. You know what I mean? This brought a lot of attention his way by calling it the document of the century. You see what I mean with these clickbait bullshit titles? It's not even realistic. Speaking of non-realistic, don't forget Friday is episode 4 of Unidentified. We are supposedly now in these next 3 episodes, and this episode Friday night, which Saturday I'll be talking about. Don't forget, I do a show now, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday for the people on the other side of the world. It's called the GUFON British Invasion. I don't know. It's the GUFON Europe tour. Yeah, I really don't know. It's something or another. But so after Friday night's over, come back. You know, you want to find out what we found out on the show and talk about? We'll be here on Saturday. So I do a 2-hour show on Saturday now, just so you know. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Why not? What else am I doing? So, okay, so if you saw in the title of the show, I want to give you guys a heads up because things might be changing off of YouTube pretty quick. So I'm going to start promoting it because I don't know. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So you see this GUFON plus UFOlogy versus YouTube equals LBRY. LBRY is for library. That is a new platform that YouTubers are going to. Now, it's going to be like that. It's going to be like YouTube. You will be able to make money. They said it's going to take a year or so to make real good money. You'll make more than you did on YouTube. But LBRY, let me pull it up. all right, is going to be the new YouTube. Okay, here we go. And I was looking into this and thought it was very interesting. And people are talking, I'm going to find the video. Come on. That content freedom. Check it out. Pretty cool, huh? So you will be able to do exactly what you do on YouTube. It's not going to be owned by YouTube. The owner was actually talking about this. I'm going to get the video. But you will be able to do everything you used to do on YouTube uncensored. There is no way LBRY can take, they're calling it LBRY. They cannot take your money. They are not in this for the money. They are in it for you to make money. Uncensored, unfiltered, unlimited videos, games, and more. Enjoy the latest content from your favorite creators as a user, not a product. See previews of the LBRY app and the great content available. Check this out. Forget DLive. This is the future. This is where I'm going. DLive will never get anywhere if they're owned by YouTube. Wait until I show you the video. Not this one, the real video. Everything's going to be the same. It's going to be better than YouTube. I knew I was waiting for this. Very excited.
I could be somebody else, but then who would I be? You just being him and changing anything you can so you can call him a friend, right? Yeah, I'm just being me. I could be somebody.
It's more than just videos. It's, I don't know, man. I don't know yet. It's so new. Let me pull up the video. Let me go into my, I think this is amazing what's happening here. Let me pull this up. Why? Because YouTube really is killing, YouTube's killing YouTube. YouTube is going back. YouTube is going to be the new TV. Okay, that's where it's heading. They came out with the YouTube TV, which I love, and I will be a subscriber to it. Which I was for free for a month. Over Christmas, they offered a month for free, and I took it. And I loved it. And they're just waiting for me to come back. You get, well, never mind. But anyway, LBRY is freaking awesome. I think this may be it. I don't know. Damn it. See, this is what I hate about me. New law would end online censorship? No. Let me see if this is
for decades, only crackpots and crazy people believed in UFOs. That's what I thought anyway. And then
we'll go back to that, by the way. I really want to watch that. I forgot I had that video to show you. All right. It's right around here. I'll find it in a second. I may have found it already. Hold on. I think this is it. No. Hold on. I found some UFO videos I'm going to play that I don't know, man. There's some really cool video. Here it is.
Let's talk about the dark side of YouTube.
So we're going to watch this for a second because this is changing everything. I just want to let you know why I'm doing this because I never made money on YouTube. Okay? I used to have a YouTube channel that had 10,000 subscribers on it when it was the UFO Chronicles of Rich G. I had it for 6 years. And it had oh my God, it was awesome. A huge, everything you could think of. And one day it was gone for no reason. Well, they told me it was for harassment, but I never went on YouTube and harassed anybody. So I don't know how that could have been. I never had any strikes, never got any emails. It was just gone. And I had a couple of videos with over 250,000 downloads. The humanoid video and the fleet video. 250 on the humanoid and 400 on the other one. Anyway, here's what's going on. This is why I'm changing things in the near future.
Why do a lot of YouTubers actually hate YouTube?
It's really easy to get mad at YouTube at this point, right? Look at all this stuff that's happening on the platform.
YouTube is on a massive decline.
The community is just more unhappy with YouTube than ever.
YouTube is very broken.
YouTube is just fundamentally fucking broken.
YouTube is being fucking shitty.
The system is flawed.
Hey YouTube, what the fuck?
It's just ridiculous. It just really is. YouTube, this is just ridiculous.
It has not been this bad ever, I don't think.
I think it's at its lowest point that it's ever been.
YouTube is just constantly screwing us over every single time we upload a video.
YouTube just likes to fuck you right up the ass all the goddamn time.
What were your gripes with YouTube? You want to talk about that?
Oh, by the way, there's some harsh language in here, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm so mad.
The community is unhappy with YouTube.
YouTube has a YouTube problem.
I'm done with this shit. I'm done with the YouTube's format. I'm done with this YouTube shit that I've had to deal with.
I want nothing to do with this platform. I'm disgusted. I never want another cent from Google.
The state of YouTube is anti-creator.
As the creator, that's incredibly frustrating.
It's frustrating.
I hope this is communicating to you that I'm very frustrated.
Okay. I'm going to be real now because now I really remembered why I wanted to show this to you. All of these people, right? They're pretty much millennials, right? Wouldn't you agree? Mid-20s, early 30s, like, you know, around that millennial age. These are people that I don't think ever worked more than 60 hours in a week, ever did any manual labor as a job. I think these people are fucking spoiled. I think they feel entitled. I don't think they get it. They've been riding the gravy train of YouTube for years. Thousands, like Tyler makes $15,000 to $20,000 a month. A month, probably on the lower end of that. Can you imagine? What would you do with $160,000 a year by sitting at home and doing a video or two a week, 20 minutes? And they're complaining. The gravy train is ending for these people. I want in for LBRY. Now, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to do it where you do clickbait and lie about your titles. I'm just going to do what I do, and whatever happens, happens. I'm still going to have my job. I'm still going to be working. I am not one of these people that don't understand what it's like to get out there and schlep and wake up and be exhausted, go to work when your dog dies, you know. It's called a real life, a real job on YouTube. Great. I understand the platform was made for them. I get it. I'd be pissed too. They have every right to be mad. They have every right to be mad. God, if that was me and I was them, I'd be furious. But you know what? BOOHOO. You should have saved your money. The writing's been on the wall for a very long time. Minimum a year to 2 years. People knew this was coming. There's people who do nothing, absolutely nothing wrong when they upload their videos, but because YouTube is so left slanted, well, they do whatever they want. They're a private. This is private. It's not public. They can do whatever they want, and they don't have to follow the guidelines of the United States Constitution for freedom of speech. Well, LBRY is going to be that new platform. That's why I'm going to go there. And at the end, I'm going to skip over a bunch of this here, but not right now. I want you to watch a few more minutes. But these guys have had it made. So I kind of feel bad for them, but I really don't. I want them to get out there and get a job. I want them to work. This isn't going to last forever. I think the way things are going in this world, with the internet, you're still going to be able to make money, but I don't think you're going to be able to make sick, filthy doctor money by making videos. It's a very strange world we live in. It can be done, and it is happening. I want in on that. So I think LBRY is the place to go. These guys are making sick money, over 100 grand a year, 200,000, 300,000. This one guy shows how much money he was making, how much he lost. Oh, holy shit. I mean, $500,000. And when you go from making $500,000 to 100 grand, that's a big pay cut, folks. I get why they're mad. But you know what? I don't feel bad for them. Maybe a little bit. But really, I want to see them get a real job. Because it pisses me off I didn't get in on it. No, man, they're bitching and moaning like they're entitled. They're not entitled. Look, this is America, and YouTube can do whatever they want to make money. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. It's very funny to me to hear them bitching and moaning, but I understand it. And this is historic in a way because YouTube has been a part of our lives for a while now, 15 years. That's a generation or so. This is something that is going to be a part of GUFON Radio. So I just wanted people to see what's going on. Let me go forward a little bit.
Are seeing censorship on YouTube.
There is a huge problem with YouTube censoring policies.
YouTube's been doing a thing where they've been hyping, demonetizing, age gating, and removing our content.
It turns out that YouTube has blocked the channel. I know from the last 2 videos about this topic I've uploaded, if I upload it to my YouTube channel, it will just get suppressed.
I post a video and it gets blocked.
YouTube is actively suppressing and banning legitimate flat earth content.
YouTube hides and restricts our reach.
Channels are being throttled. Users are.
Should I not? I mean, should I not fall hard for it? No money? No, there is no money now. That's what I said earlier. It's going to be about a year. They said it. Yes, I'm going to go there. I think, look, if you see something before everybody else sees it, like if I would have known about YouTube blowing up like it did, I would have bought stock when I was making money, and I didn't. Yeah, I am falling hard because I want to make money on this shit. It's bullshit. I'm tired. I'm a broken down 51-year-old male who just lost his dog. Can I dream? Can I dream?
Being unsubscribed repeatedly without their knowledge from channels they subscribe to.
Users continue commenting that my channel has disappeared from their subscription list.
Not only was my most recent video demonetized, but many people were complaining that it never showed up for them to begin with.
YouTube said to us that demonetized videos do not result in minimized views, which is a total lie. Here's a video of ours that got demonetized. It was getting 2,800 views a minute. The second it got demonetized, it started to reduce right down to 70%. We lost 70% of those viewers as soon as it was demonetized.
YouTube suppresses the ability to search for that video. It gets pushed down lower and lower in search results, and your viewership just plummets whenever something gets demonetized.
This has been happening for a long time, and we're afraid to say it because we know what YouTube can do, what they can do, and what they have done to us in the past.
We are seeing the line pushed further and further every day.
A bunch of my videos have been demonetized.
Every single video I have ever uploaded has been demonetized.
They demonetized my entire back catalog.
When I post a video, even when it's uploading sometimes, it gets demonetized. Even if I haven't added any tags or any information at all, they're like, nah, this channel probably not gonna like it.
Even if my videos are totally clean, no swearing, no graphic content, a lot of the time, my video will still be demonetized for no reason.
Permanently demonetized, no reason given. Yes, you can have monetization so long as you have the correct opinions.
And it's not just me, this is far worse. It's going after all controversial YouTubers.
I truly don't think that you'll see any more edgy, interesting channels coming up in a big way on YouTube anymore. You won't see it.
You got GUFON, baby.
YouTube's put us in his prison and decides where we can walk and when.
We're a little bit more like caged pigeons.
You can't even acknowledge or talk about something in passing without YouTube's explicit permission.
You have to edit yourself and censor yourself.
We went from being allowed to upload whatever we wanted to being limited to vlogs.
It's time for me to go make some makeup tutorial videos or Jake Paul reaction videos so that YouTube doesn't completely exile me.
It's eye-opening, man. You think you have any control over your channel and you wake up one day and YouTube deletes your biggest video. It's just gone from the internet. Good thing I have catalogs of all this shit on my computer, otherwise my work would just be gone from fucking existence.
Folks like me had produced videos like 4 reasons not to vote for Hillary Clinton, and lo and behold, Google, owned by Alphabet Incorporated and a backer of the Hillary campaign, found that video too problematic to be monetized, so it was permanently demonetized.
Speech seems to be the biggest
anymore. Can you see the damage that this has now done?
The minute a real competitor to YouTube jumps on board, then I think I'm gonna have no choice but
Here
to
we
migrate
go.
to that platform,
LBRY.
because YouTube has just shown that they're not friendly to creators any longer.
The first thing that has to happen is a really viable competitor to YouTube.
New platforms are cropping up all of the time, but one is really disrupting. Joining me now, Riley Smith, head of content for LBRY.
My friend just told me about LBRY. I just heard about this thing called LBRY.
There's my audience.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
LBRY.
Which is a new platform for video creation, watching videos.
It's a YouTube-like app.
That's my audience.
Together with me, LBRY.
How is it different?
So LBRY is a blockchain-based content platform.
If you don't want to worry about sponsorship rules and advertising rules and whether you can say this or that or the other thing, LBRY, LBRY may be the solution.
And it enables you or anyone else who loves making content to publish to the internet without being beholden to or fearful of corporate control or interests like YouTube or Facebook or Twitter and the threat that they represent.
That guy is definitely a Riley Smith. Did you see how nice his pants were? Check this shit out. Those are some nice pants right there. Seriously, it's not right.
Internet without being beholden to or
those are $100 pants.
Of corporate control or interests like YouTube
that
or
belt's
Facebook
$200.
or Twitter and the threat that they represent today to people who make content.
It works in an entirely decentralized way, in a way that we ourselves have no authority over this.
The reason I want to talk to you guys about this specifically and recommend this is that, one, it's like YouTube.
Oh, he did a big swallow. Did you see that big swallow? Watch.
This specifically and recommend this.
Oh, he really means what he's going to say.
The reason I want to talk to you guys about this specifically and recommend this. One, this specifically and recommend this. And recommend this.
I can't stop, guys.
Recommend this is that, one, it's like YouTube, but it's also completely open source.
That you as an individual publisher have complete control over how it's monetized, unlike how you would on YouTube.
There's no cut taken by us as a company, nor do we even have the ability to take a cut if we wanted to, again, due to the nature of the technology.
In the future, it is inevitable that this technology will be a vehicle for you or anyone else to publish content easily.
Right.
It's the lower friction, it's a no-brainer.
You make a part of your living off of YouTube, I assume. Yeah. We want you to keep getting paid. We actually want you to get paid more.
And the sooner we can teach these people how easy it is to use and how they can continue to monetize their site without any interference from a third party or payment processor, the better.
I don't know if you know how much YouTube is taking of every dollar, but it's about 45%.
Yeah.
So, every dollar you're making for YouTube, YouTube's keeping about half of it, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
It's not controlled by one entity or one corporation, but it's controlled by us, which is the community. And that's why I love this app.
I think it is a very, very interesting concept, very interesting product, and it's very topical for this point in time.
I always put all my stuff on LBRY, and it's got to be one of my favorite user interfaces as far as like a actual desktop application.
It's a very intuitive app. It's actually, they've just recently updated it, so it's moving quickly.
I've slowly but surely converted everybody to getting on it. It's an awesome place to upload.
When you subscribe to the channel, you can have it auto download as soon as new episodes come out.
When you subscribe to a new channel, you can auto cock it. See, this is called a Yeti cock. Mike, See, it's got little balls. You just cup those balls while you're talking. Speaking of balls, let's go over and see what some of our friends are doing, shall we? Are you ready to play? Shut up, put the kid back in the fridge. Put the kid back in the fridge. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's keep this stuff going. What are we doing? All right, here we go. We haven't been around in a good mood for days. Been crying. Have you been crying? Yeah. This made you sad. Did you get sad? Now, why isn't it showing up? See, I don't need this No tea. Why isn't it coming up? Unbelievable, man. Uh-oh, I sense something's about to shut off. Hey, if we lose the signal on YouTube's, just hang out. I'll be back. Sometimes they shut us down. Oh, my God. Yes, Trump. Look at this idiot. Okay, guys, forgive me, but I'm going to show you the message. The towers are how to loose your YouTube channel. Loose! First grade. That's your Richie from Boston. I haven't seen this yet, so this is all brand new on YouTube's. I get everybody saying YouTube's now with an S because it's easier and it's more fun that way. Hey everybody, it's hey YouTube's, it's Richie from where am I? California, Boston. Oh, your mother's got 7 hips. Go!
Wasn't too difficult, was it? And June, Richie from Boston, it is June 18th, 2019. And this is what it looks like in Boston.
Oh, well, it looks like an asshole. But, I mean, what is this guy thinking? It's never going to get cloudy? Yeah, that's what happens when a storm front moves in, dickweed. Loose.
Lovely, right? Lovely.
No, you're not. You're like this guy's like a walking sausage. He's a walking sausage link. Jax, wait, what is the one? What's the sausage that they make?
Temperature for the month of June has been about
Jimmy
70.
Dean.
So, do you see what's going on?
I can't see shit.
Operation Solar Shield is in full swing.
This guy's again, retarded. He thinks that Boston's the center of the country, the world, the whole globe. He thinks if it's cloudy in Boston, it's cloudy in Arizona, Hawaii. That's what he thinks.
They're literally dropping the temperature by a good solid 10 degrees. Now, just a side note real quick. I
just spit up all this shit.
Building. I like improving things, like if you get a truck or a computer, anything. I like making things.
This guy's gonna build a computer? Is that what he said? I like building things. I like Legos and Lincoln Logs. I got some Lincoln Logs in the toilet. Ma! I need 2-ply. Not this 1-ply crap.
I like improving things, like if you get a truck or a computer, anything. I like making things better, faster.
How is he going to make a computer better? Gee, what are you going to do? Switch out the speed, the motherboard? God, any first grader could do that, Richie. Richie!
Etc. So...
Etc.
When looking at what they're doing, they're literally blocking out the sun,
you said that
and
already.
The moon, and the stars, and affecting the temperature in a wide area. You know, the United States is a pretty big country. Did you ever drive across it?
Holy shit, I'm on fire! It's so goddamn hot! Ma! Look, he's saying it. I'm burning up. It's the solar shield that ain't working on my trucks. I was improving it, but it's burning. Ma!
I have pretty big country.
He takes his glasses off because his eyes are burning. Oh.
Managed to completely take over the weather.
Where's my
That's
kush?
amazing.
I need my kush.
Incredibly amazing to me. Now, stay with me, okay? When you're dealing with fallen entities, when you're dealing with fallen angels, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. Look it up.
When you're dealing with fallen angels, it gets cooler. It gets cooler because they're wings. Let me give it
There's a reason that, there's always the rumors of Hollywood doing child sacrifices. There's a reason that they're pushing the gay agenda on everybody so badly. I just got an email from YouTube again this morning. YouTube is like the crazy ex-girlfriend that won't go away. Every time you look, there's another message. There's another message. At any rate, YouTube took down the video that I put up called...
Oh my God, I can't stop it. I'm dying over here.
They took that video down and they said, sorry, this won't affect your channel in any way. But we took the video down. It's completely gone.
Hold on. He said something funny over here. I want to play it. I want to hear it. He said something about...
From YouTube again this morning. YouTube is like the crazy ex-girlfriend that won't go away. Every time you look, there's another message. There's another message. Really amazing to me. Now, stay with me, okay?
Richie, staying with you is like watching a baby.
When you're dealing with fallen entities, when you're dealing with fallen angels, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. Look it up. There's a reason that, there's always the rumors of Hollywood doing child sacrifices. There's a reason that they're pushing the gay agenda on everybody.
They're pushing the gay agenda. All right? It rhymes with bender. You see the sexual correlations there. Agenda, bender, the penis, ma, meatballs, balls. Everything is an agenda with sex. All right, I was reaching on that one.
I just got
reaching
from YouTube again this morning. YouTube is like the crazy ex-girlfriend that won't go away. Every time you look, there's another message. There's another message. At any rate, YouTube took down the video that I put up called "Did They Use a Gay Bomb on America?" They took that video down and they said, sorry, this won't affect your...
So the gay bomb's going off. So I'm imagining you're walking down the street with your friend, right? You're like, hey, man, you want to go see Iron Maiden this Saturday? Fucking Maiden's in town, dude? Dude, what is that? Yeah, Maiden's coming. What is that? Boom! Let's go see Chorus Line instead. I swear, those fuckers can dance their asses off. No shit. Yeah, no shit. My friend Susie, she's in that. Yeah, she's going to wear the nice sequence gown, has a nice push-up bra, because it'll push them together. Seriously, she's in it. Why would I lie? Hey. Yeah. It wasn't a gay bomb. Gotcha. Oh. I got you. I knew you was gay. No, seriously, man. What are you talking about? I was just joking. Well, yous? Because I wasn't. Oh, Richie. Ma! Sausage! What am I doing?
Channel in any way. But we took the video down. It's completely gone. It was yours. You made it. It was your property, and we've stolen it and destroyed it.
Doesn't he understand that YouTube is a private company that you're perusing around on? If you walked on their lawn, I mean, you're on, get off the property, not allowed to be on there. If you're going to do anything, you got to have permission. You signed permission when you signed the user agreement. So did I. Read it. Oh, okay, read it. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. See, that's a quandary for him. Reading. Remember that commercial? It's fundamental. I used to say reading is fun for the mental. See what I did there? I changed it. Forget you.
Awesome. That's totally awesome.
What is he talking to me? Is he looking at me? La la. Hey. Let's try a different tonight. Let's try to think what he's really thinking. Let's go to a place we haven't been. Too blurry. I wish I had tailpipes like that. That's a good one. Holy tits! Look at the ass on that guy's. Holy tits! Oh, I see. Oh. That's what he's saying here. Oh. No. Oh. Does he have teeth on the bottom, or did he take them out? He took his teeth out. Does he have teeth? 2 Pop-Tarts, please. I eat them. Excuse me. Anybody seen Richard from Boston? Yeah, up your ass and to the left there, devil. Did you say something? Yeah, up your ass to the left. Oh, I better fly out of here. Chemtrails. I said chemtrails. All right, let's get back to work.
You made it. It was your property, and we've stolen it.
All right.
Jose and Steve. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what they want. God created Adam and Eve. They're trying to create Jose and Steve.
No, say anything. No, Steve. Not Adam and Steve. He said, no, say asshole face.
See what I'm saying? They're quieting people like me and so many other channels. Now, the reason they demonetized my main channel, 340,000 subscribers, I've been saying...
Me, YouTubes. He's in his airplane driving down the road. I love this shit.
We were saying that Pizzagate wasn't real. We were...
My Pizzagate.
Talking about Pizzagate as a movement. Do you see what...
I want to try to pick a game out. When does he say I digest? What's the next Richie-ism he's going to say? Is he going to say I digest? Is he going to say one single solitary reason? Is he going to say literally? Or is he going to say chemtrails? I say he's going to say chemtrails next. No. He's going to say I digest. Let me tell you why. He hasn't said I digest in a while. I know I've been skipping, but we would have heard an I digest by now. You agree? Good. I digest it is.
What I'm saying? Nobody has ever denied child abduction, child molestation, child sacrifice. None of us. What we were saying is that Pizzagate as a whole...
as a whole.
wasn't going to result in all these arrests and all these people stepping down and all these people being exposed, etc. And you know what?
What?
It hasn't happened.
Oh my goodness. He is one sexy motherfucker. When he takes those glasses off and Richie looks deep into my eyes, I say on my back and legs up in the air, heels kicking, take my wig off. I swear to God, Richie, you're 260. 70 pounds, 270 pounds of meat manual labor all over me. Swear to God. Swear to God.
People are under the impression.
I like the way his hat just jiffies up in the air. It's like Laurel and Hardy in one. Watch his hat go up in the air.
People are under the impression.
Oh, hey-oh! Hey, it's like he went over a bump. Hey, excuse me, madam.
People are under
Excuse
the
me.
impression, and this gets me because I've listened to some videos that some people that put out that seem like they're really smart. They know.
I seen people who put up videos on YouTubes and they seem pretty smart. Not like me. A toot, my toot, my toot, toot, toot, toot, toot, toot, toot, toot. God, what a picture. Let me screenshot this one. Hold on. That's a screenshot for a show. Hold on. Oh, I wanted to talk about something else, by the way, while you're getting a little serious on me. You wouldn't see Grant Cameron doing a show like this or Richard Dolan. Shut off. You don't like it? Go listen to Jimmy Church in a pew. P-U. Oh my God, no. I did Control-Alt-Delete. Oh, no. Okay. All right, where is it? Function screenshot. Where's the function button? Conjunction junction. What's your function? Screenshot. Here it is. No. Function there. Where's the screenshot, shithole? That's not nice. You know what? I'm a 51-year-old male. I apologize for that. I shouldn't have said that. Here it is. All right, now that's in the archives. Here we go. So we're still looking for chemtrails. Literally, one single solitary minute, or one single solitary whatever, and I digest. I picked I digest because we haven't heard it. We've heard a single solitary twice. And here we go.
What's going on certain things. But they somehow are correlating Donald Trump, the actor, the billionaire, the guy who is completely and totally backed up by Zionist Israel.
I'm the Secretary General.
Tamamını almanın hesabı gayreti içerisinde. Şu anda Trump efendi bunun gayreti içinde. Niye? Evangelist.
All I care about is China. If you've seen my speech last night, I want China.
Mantığın ürünüdür şu andaki tablo. Tam böyle taraf olan bir Amerikanın
I always noticed that Jewish women always had their hair done.
Artık İsrail Filistin arasında
Come on.
arabulucu.
Look, he touches the wall and it's playing music. This guy's a miracle. I've got the biggest beanie out of anybody. Nobody's got a bigger beanie than me. It's my beanie. I chose it. It used to be from a Jewish soldier. He had a big head. They kept it for me. It's a horrible impression. But I'm looking at this wall. And this wall keeps saying one word. China. China.
Under my administration, the unbreakable alliance between the United States and Israel has never been stronger. You read things, you hear things. It's never been stronger. Just remember that. People.
Trump, when he doesn't know what to say, he doesn't not real knowledgeable about a certain subject. He always repeats the same shit over. Very big. We're gonna make this wall big. It's gonna be huge. It's going to be tall and big like a Trump building, like a tower. It's going to be huge. That's not easy to do, Trump. You got to go like this. You kind of got to pierce your lips. You got to push it out. You got to stuff your nose without stuffing it. It's not easy. Richie, I want you to talk.
It's been bailed out by Zionist interests.
Great editing skills.
For real? They're trying to...
For real, Felicia? Uh-huh, yeah. All right, let's go and see what... Is Secure Team doing anything? Because I hate him. Oh, after this? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. I got something else. Oh, look at that jamoke. Go back. Oh, shut the frigonometry up. I'm just a big dick. I don't have a dick. Here, we know the song. Oh, that's the emotional do. You know, I found those songs, by the way. I was going to play them as a joke and do Insecure Team. That's what I'm doing. Next show, Insecure Team's going to make a first appearance. Hey guys, this is Cesar. Who? Cesar. Many of these mystery orbs appearing over lakes and towns. Hey, YouTubes.
Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So if you haven't seen it yet, I posted a video already earlier today. Notifications, of course, many of them not going out because they don't want the stuff we're talking about getting into the mainstream.
Oh,
so be sure to subscribe and at the very least check back to the main channel once a day, maybe once or twice, just to see if I've posted a video because notifications for many of you just aren't going to do it.
It's not going to happen.
And so it's about 3:30 a.m.
It's about 3:30, about 75 teeth in there.
And even though I posted a video, I saw this footage, and it really has got me scratching my head. And I knew it would you guys too, and I think it goes to a bigger picture of cases that we've been seeing lately that are very similar and have very similar circumstances regarding what we are about to see here. And so we have some video footage courtesy of a guy who lives in Whiteville who were traveling through Paradise, Michigan. And while traveling up something called Whitefish Point, which is located at the extreme southeastern end of Lake Superior, they noticed a couple of glowing orbs sitting stationary in the sky above the water. At some points, it would just be...
No, it's going to be in the skies, in the water at the same time. There's going to be lights in the sky and in the waters. What are you talking about? They can't be in two places at once. These lights are. These were in the skies and in the waters. You can't shut up. Who's got the biggest channel? You do's. That's right. Now get to the niche. I'm Tyler Cockners. Sorry. Did you just make fun of me? I said I was sorry. I had to laugh at that one.
One light, then you would see a second light appear above or below it. And one thing I'll say right off the get-go here is I do not
right off the get-go
believe that these are any type of military flares or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, because he's a freaking expert. Hey, Tyler. Hey, vaginal mouth, listen to me. Do you, I'm asking you, shut off. Have you ever gone, because you're making a big claim here saying these aren't flares. Some people think they are. What's your experience in the know of how flares react in certain weather conditions? It's all you. Go ahead. Well, you're asking me a question? Yes. Let's try this again. I was asking you, do you know how to tell the difference? You're changing it. All right. Can you tell me how you know that's not a flare? Go. Oh, because there's many different types of light variations depending on temperatures. It depends on the time. Do you have any footage going out to, I don't know, like the LBRY Goldwater Gunnery Range in Phoenix, Arizona? You ever been out to one of those, have you? No. But I've seen many videos. Yeah, okay. And this is a video. Yes, it's a video from Guiding Whitefish. Okay. But you don't have any proof, any personal boots on the ground, ever investigating anything in ufology to know if these are flares or not. Go ahead, you go. No, I'm just going by what I see on video. Video! Oh. Aren't you the expert on video? Good golly, Miss Molly. Have you ever faked anything in your life? Go. We're going to continue with the video at this point. Yeah, all right.
Because if it's one thing that I've seen in all the years of research trying to distinguish flares from these mysterious glowing orbs that we've been seeing around the world.
How do you distinguish that if you've never been outdoors? You've never videotaped a flare in your life. You have no idea what a flare looks like in person. You show no evidence, no skills, no boots on the ground. You are, sir, you are a fucking hack. And I wish you would leave YouTube's, the internet's altogether. We need to get him out of here. How can we rival this prick? He's giving off bad information. All right, we know what this video is. We saw it the other night. It's pretty good. So I'm going to continue.
It's that military flares and flares in general, usually you can see...
Flares in general. See what he did there? Yeah, never mind.
A cloud
military general
smoke trailing off the back of them as they fall to the ground.
We've been through this before, dickweed. You're showing flare video from 60 feet away compared to miles away. You're not going to see the smoke trail. You're not going to see the gondola. You're not going to see the apparatus. You're not going to see shitski. But 60 feet away, you see the whole thing as if it was daylight. Dill hole. I hate these people. I hate him. You're an ass. I hope he listens to this video. You are. You're a freaking idiot. Showing us videos of flares from underneath. Oh, there's nothing like what we see on your video. Of course it doesn't. That's miles away. But your dickhead knowledge wouldn't know the difference. God, I hate this guy. Idioso, number one. The biggest and the worst at the same time. Usually you're the biggest, you're the best. You're the biggest and the worst.
One disappears.
Yeah.
That's how it.
Done that a couple times
and
now.
The little one comes up.
Holy crap.
First of all, I think these are flares. Why? Because we see tiny little dots of light appearing in the distance over here, which tells me the plane dropped the apparatus, dropped the flare, it lit up, and we see its white speckling collision lights, whatever lights they're using in the background. They're making a rotate to come back around, then we see them over here. If you watch the video like I did, you'll see that this is most likely a flare experiment. Why they're doing it over this boat that's passing by, I have no freaking clue. But what makes sense to me is that I see airplanes in the background. I see a 2-minute flare, 3 minutes, they can go, whatever they want. They can make the fuse that long, whatever you want to call it. Why do I think it's a flare? Because at the end of this video, they don't show us anything. And I watched this video online. They are hiding something from us. Anytime they don't show us the end of the video, because let's say this is a flare, then what would happen to that thing? It would dim off, right? We don't get to see that. What we get to see is they stop it haphazardly anywhere they want. So all we're stuck with is the image they want us to see. I want to see that video from beginning to end. I want to see what was playing before they saw this light. I want to know if they were walking down the street and I hear somebody say, hey, that could be passed off for a UFO. That's an airplane. Then they videotape it. Now we have them on video saying, hey, you don't want to make that into UFO? It's an airplane. But we won't see that. That's the problem with the internet. That's the problem with this video. And Tyler, he's just, I mean, if he's got that many million people and thousands of emails, hundreds of videos, you mean to tell me this is the one that you're showing us? That you don't have anything better in your archives? Oh, this is a topical story. It's topical. See that? That's a boat. Play the video. Watch.
Trailing off, they're not falling towards the ground. Whatever we're seeing in this UFO footage, they're moving left to right, they're disappearing, they're reappearing higher than they were before. And this is just some really creepy footage. And for some reason, when it comes to UFOs,
I have to admit, hey, I said the video was good, but I have to admit, this is weird. I don't know, man. It depends how fast that boat is going and how close it is to the boat. Because if the orb is close here, and that boat's 20 knots, whatever, it looks like the boat's going a lot faster, and this looks like it may not be dropping. See, I'm wondering if this thing is literally dropping super slow. Because if it's stationary but falling, and this is moving from right to left, it would look like an illusion that this thing is moving. We don't have a camera on a tripod, and we have a lot of movement, so it's distorting all the evidence we need.
Sightings over bodies of water, it either tends to be saucer or cigar-shaped craft, but more often, I would say we see
the boat's actually moving. I don't know if this is moving, and I need to know. We don't have... See, what they should have done, and they're not even amateurs. They're before amateurs. They're like beginners, I guess. If they went back out there the next day and got day footage of the area and then kind of overlaid it, then okay. We could definitely see if this object was moving or not. But obviously we can't.
These orbs, if you want to call them that, orbs, things that glow, just glowing circles of all different kinds, or spheres. Now, likewise, there was another...
Oh, it's one of my favorite words, spheres.
Very infamous case where a pilot who was directing a flight in a 747, I believe it was, from Hong Kong to Alaska, suddenly heard air traffic control talking to other pilots about 2 intense earthquakes that had occurred in San Francisco and Chile. And then suddenly, a long way off the distance ahead, he noticed an immense light flash shot up from the ground just at or beyond the horizon point. And that's when he started snapping photos, and as he got closer to these lights that were shooting up from the ocean and into the sky, he captured these haunting and now famous photographs out of the cockpit window showing what can only be described as thousands of these deep, red, orangey, glowing orbs.
They were dismissing this. I remember this. Yeah, they were dismissing it as some sort of anomaly in the ocean or in the water. It was like an luminescence or algae of some sort. I remember that.
Orbs or lights coming up from the deep oceans below and just hovering just right underneath the water. And there has never been a clear explanation as to what these thousands of lights were. The underwater lights were so bright, in fact, that they were illuminating the sky and the clouds above. And as we said before, the pilot witnessed at least 1 or 2 of them shooting up out of the water towards the sky, dare I say, space. And lastly, regarding these orbs going back to the lakes surrounding Michigan, where this new footage came from, there is yet another amazing and famous viral piece of footage that we featured here on the channel. Other channels featured it when it first hit the web a couple of years back, where, again, this time over Lake Michigan, not 1, not 2, but a handful of these orange-colored spheres were...
Guys, that is exactly what the Phoenix Lights looked like. You see? God dang it. So that makes me angry, because what if the Phoenix Lights weren't flares after all? Like, at 8 o'clock, they had the 1-mile-wide craft fly over the city. Then at 10 o'clock... it looked at, well, they're saying that there were flares dropped over the city back in 1997, March 13th, Phoenix, Arizona. And it looks just like this. That's crazy. Lake Michigan is badass. There is something over there. Shit. See, this is where I wish I could have all my bills paid, which aren't that much, and I can go out and freaking sit there for a month, whatever it takes. God. That's what I want to be doing. Shit.
Were captured by multiple people.
I forgot about that.
Completely static and still in the sky above Lake Michigan.
Crazy,
and where every once in a while one of the lights would begin to move and change formation almost like a beautiful dance being performed for the stunned bystanders. So you're seeing clips here, and I will go ahead and let this play along with some filters of these lights. This entire video put together by one of my very good friends and fellow researchers who runs the channel Finding UFO. He's one of the very...
Finding UFOs is like... Maxine Waters has transplanted ET hair. This just in from Chuck Steak in the chat room on YouTube. Maxine Waters has transplanted ET hair to her head. Her head. This just came in the wire. Maxine Waters has fake eyeballs. And this just in. Linda Moulton Howe says.
First guys I collaborated with on YouTube, and he does simply great work. So
fantastic.
Check this out for a moment. Just watch it, take it in.
Freaking a miracle.
And we'll talk
take
more
it in,
just a
soak it
second.
in. There you go, big tough guy you are. All right, let's get to a couple of UFO videos that I wanted to talk about. These are supposed to be legit. Man in his boat. Check this shit out. You tell me if this is real, if I can get to the beginning.
They're being surrounded by friggin' UFOs or the Coast Guard. 510 Sanders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights we see there. They've been coming on, they were 7 lights. Oh, this is a big help.
So what do you think? You want me to tell you? Fake. Fake. 100%. I don't know. It just looks it. And I understand they're on a boat. I understand that he's got a camera that's on a boat. And it's super shaky. But something's wrong with it. It just looks fake. Look. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Lights we see there.
Zooms in. God, that makes me sick as a dog. Oh. I don't know. But it looks pretty interesting, if you ask me. He's counting. Anybody could just sit there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights. 13 lights. And then they put the lights in later. Capiche? This one's good. I played this at the beginning of the show, before the show started. Hey, hey, beautiful, beautiful. That's it. All right, kids. Sorry, that's the end of the show. Hey, if you want to visit the website, go to GUFOnnetwork.ning.com or GUFON.net. That's the websites. Join up over there for free. Get your own little place you could post shit, do whatever you want. It's a huge community of know-it-alls like me. It's free, and honestly, you know, everything's there for you, so check it out. If you want to go to GUFON.org, GUFON.org is the first website ever designed by Victor. And if you want to donate to the cause for Little Richie G and his GUFON radio stream, you can do that at GUFON.org. Now, don't forget, we are social. So we're on Twitter under GUFON Network. And we are also on the Facebooks. Join the Facebook group. That's right, GUFON Network. And you can join me on Facebook because here it is. Oh, that's Dave. Where am I? There I is. GUFON Network. And that's me. Hey, glad you made it tonight. I will see you guys on Friday, hopefully with the new head. I can't wait to do that. That's going to be awesome. Weird show. Where is everybody? I think when school's out, it does get a little slower. Then after July 4th, July 4th, there's something special going to happen. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Have a great one. Thanks for hanging out with me. And we'll head you out with a little heavy metal. Turn it up. You can turn it up. I just turned it off for you. Later, guys. Thanks, B. Baker, for... I almost said narrating. Helping out with the show, to chat room, Nathan, everybody else. Adios.